Hi there. This is Gemma here. I'll try to be quick. The last time I was here, which was about a week and a half to nearly 2 weeks ago, I posted a video asking for help with regard to my wife, praying for my wife who was seriously ill. A number of things have happened since then, and I wanted to update you. I apologize that I have not had a chance to do this since. It was not deliberate. I wasn't ignoring people or anything like that. I really appreciate all the support, all the prayer, all the encouraging messages, all the people who responded, and there are way too many for me to recount their names and YouTube handles and so on. But I just wanted to say thank you very much for praying for my wife and for heeding my clarion call. Actually, what had happened to my wife was that she had had cardiac arrest on Sunday. So tomorrow make it 2 weeks. Well, in a few hours it will be exactly 2 weeks since that event happened. She had cardiac arrest, her heart stopped, and she stopped breathing for a short while. They brought her heart back, but she was unconscious and she was rushed to hospital. After that, for about a week and a half, 10 days or thereabouts, she was mostly unconscious, conscious on occasion, but anyway, cut a long story short, my wife slipped into eternity on Wednesday morning. I've not had a chance to say anything since, but I knew I owed it to everyone who had been praying, everyone who had been worried or concerned, everyone who knew how much she helped me. She helped me massively. A number of the videos I did because she would ask a question, and in the process of answering her, I would realize that actually I should share that answer with many people. She helped me in that she encouraged me to do the videos. I'm not one for publicity. I'm not one for doing things to gather a following or looking to be popular or anything like that. But my wife's view was that there are things that she felt I knew, which I took for granted, or she felt I kind of took them for granted. Not so much taking them for granted in the sense that I thought they were insignificant, but taking them for granted in the sense that I just subconsciously assumed that many people knew these things and that it should be like pretty much standard and so on and so forth, which is not necessarily true. And that was her view, that you need to share these things that you have learned, these things that you know, these things that you grew up with as a believer from your teens and so on. My best friend has gone to heaven. My best friend has departed this world and gone to heaven. I miss her terribly. I'm not going to stop doing the videos now. Part because that would be reneging on my responsibilities, and part because she would not want me to. I don't assume that I'll be able to do them as frequently as I used to. Not that I was exactly consistent with doing them before, but considering that I have 2 children to look after, even though, and I must admit, I'm getting plenty of help from my wife's parents. By the way, her name is Allison. Her name is not my wife. Her name is Allison. I'm getting plenty of help from Allison's parents, and I'm getting plenty of help from Allison's best friend. And I should say, I wouldn't mention her name, but I would say she's made an awesome sacrifice. She quit her job to help me and the children. I mean, I don't know what greater sacrifice a friend can make than that for her friend, to look after her friend's family. That is just awesome, and only God can reward her. There is nothing I can do in this life to reward her beyond praying God to reward her in the best and biggest and most awesome way possible. But I'm doing this video fundamentally to let everyone know that Allison slipped into eternity. I also wanted you to know that it wasn't that God did not answer your prayers. He did. Okay? He did. But I believe that Allison's time here was done. It was time for Allison to go home and to enjoy. Allison had worked hard in this life. Allison had blessed many lives. In her very quiet, understated way, she had been a massive blessing to the lives of many. I have big shoes to fill. I have big shoes to fill in terms of being a parent, because sometimes you don't realize how much a person does until the person is no longer there. I'm not your typical husband who doesn't help around the house. I do help around the house. I do chores, but I think I have had an overstated sense of self and overstated sense of contribution in myself up till now. And this is not because all of a sudden I've started doing things that I'm like, how do I even get around doing that? It's all of a sudden because all of a sudden I realized that many things I took for granted, now I have to figure out how to do them, like making pancakes for my son. I've made him pancakes before, but now I have to do it on a more regular basis, which Allison did and never complained. There's things that...
Daddy?
Just hold on 1 second. Yes, Joshua?
I'm having a bad dream.
Okay, I'll come back to you guys. My son's having a bad dream. But let me just say this.
I'm having a nightmare.
Okay, Joshua, I'm coming. Give me 1 second. I'll just say this, that...
Can you say that I'm having a nightmare? Can you say that I'm having a nightmare?
Yes, they've heard you, Joshua. Apologies for that. I'll just say that I miss Allison intensely. I miss her. But I'm glad she's in heaven. Not just because I'm glad she's saved, but I'm glad she's resting. I'm glad she's having fun. I'm glad she's reacquainting herself with old friends who have already gone before. I'm looking forward to seeing her again. Please don't worry about me. I am not sinking into depression. I miss her terribly, and I'm looking forward to seeing her again. To everybody, once again, thank you very much for praying for me, praying for my wife, and praying for my family. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And yeah, as you can see, my son loves the attention. He's just asking to be heard. Okay, take care. God bless you. Bye. Bye.